Welcome back to another episode of Offbeat Adventures. We're standing here once again on the grade of the former Canadian Northern Railway and later Canadian National Railway's Kinghorn Subdivision. Where we are right here is just on the outskirts of the western outskirts of the community of Geraldton here in the municipality of Greenstone, Ontario. You can actually see, I don't know, it's kind of sunny out, but you can see some of the buildings there on the western side of the community. And so what we're doing is we're actually picking up right where we left off on a previous hike. We're right at a place called Hard Rock Creek, and you can actually see the concrete culvert that crosses under here, and we took a look at that in the previous episode. And so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making our way right from Hard Rock Creek here and working our way just under 5 miles to the west to a place called Kenwell. This is a little bit of it's a longer section because we are doing almost 5 miles, but it's also a very quiet section. The grade is very, very straight. There's actually one curve in the grade, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. And there's not a whole heck of a lot going on this section. There's one little bridge. There's a creek crossing with a concrete culvert. There's Bankfield and later Macwell Station, and really that's about it. There's again not a lot of physical features. It's kind of a very and the reason why it's straight is it goes through a very kind of flat, kind of low lying area. It's not too bad here, but you're going to see as we kind of get into the middle section of the exploration today, it does get a little bit low. So our first little feature is coming up just up ahead here. I'm gonna have to try to figure this out because it doesn't show up on any railway timetables, but there is on some of the old maps, and when we get there I'll flash that up on the screen. There's the dog going after a squirrel. There is a spur that's shown here, but based on its proximity or its location here, it doesn't really correspond with anything kind of in Geraldton. So I'm not quite sure, kind of, it looks like it's going to a pit or a quarry or something just to the north here, and we're almost right on top of it. So maybe what I'll do as we pull up here is the first thing I'll do is I'll flash that map up on the screen. So it's a 1951 map of the township here, and you'll be able to see the spur. Okay, so the spur starts just right over there, and it cuts across over here. Now, obviously, I don't know when this little bridge was put in. Somebody put it in, obviously, to access from that pit, and then basically coming on the old spur and then coming down to the railway line. So I'm not sure kind of what the deal is here. You can see all this kind of debris in the ditch here. You can kind of see all kinds of boards and things like that. And so I don't know if this was part of kind of the original bridge structure that was maybe here, because that's kind of where we're kind of on the grade here, and that's where the spur kind of cuts across over here. And so it does kind of go this way. Again, you can see kind of debris here. I don't know what this is. This looks like all kinds of heavy duty cable. There's more wood over here and more cable. And here, there's a piece of a telegraph pole here. And so the spur would have continued this way. And then again, kind of goes up into this pit area here. dog sees. Just go a little further here. I didn't kind of really explore this on my way in, but maybe this is as far as we'll go here. I think the spur went a little bit farther up. But anyway, kind of neat to kind of see these little remnants here. Obviously, it's been so well traveled that you don't see the indentations from the ties or anything like that. But anyway, so we're going to work our way back down to the grade, and then we're just going to continue plugging our way to the west. All right, here we go. We're back on the bike here. So this is where the spur here starts, kind of right in this area here. And so we can continue working our way west. One of the things about this this section, again, it is a longer section, being not quite 5 miles, but just under. And not a lot going on it. There's going to be lots of zooming you ahead, simply because there's not a lot of things to sort of stop and look at. You'll notice that the grade here is seems like it's very well traveled, and I would imagine the reason for that is because this provides a great little route from Geraldton up to the big lake that's just to the east of here, which is Wild Goose Lake. So just back there in Geraldton, on the Kinghorn line, the mileage is Milepost 21, and the road that kind of crosses the sort of the eastern side of the lake, which is Wild Goose Beach Road, is around about Milepost 29 and a half. And so it's a nice little kind of 8.5 mile kind of ride that takes you right from Geraldton right to Wild Goose Lake. So I'm sure lots of people travel that, and again, you can see the lack of vegetation kind of right in the middle of the grade, which is a really good indicator of that. Okay, so I'm gonna zip you ahead a little bit here, and we're gonna get to our next kind of little sort of stopping point. All right, so we're here at kind of our next little sort of stopping point. Around here is supposed to be the Milepost 22 marker. Now, unfortunately, we've actually seen a lot of Milepost markers on this exploration, and you'll see that coming up ahead. But this one is kind of missing in action, unfortunately. It's supposed to be around here somewhere, but so it's supposed to be sandwiched between two culverts. So there's a culvert here, and I'm thinking that's the first one, and then there's supposed to be another one, but we can't see where the other one is. Again, the marker is supposed to be somewhere in the middle here, but it's obviously either gone or it's been knocked down, and it's a little difficult to see with the vegetation kind of being up here. I kind of did look around, but I didn't really see anything. So it's kind of almost past season here, but since we have no milepost marker, we'll pick some raspberries here. Again, it's kind of past season. They're kind of, they're kind of all falling off. So I'm going to eat a couple here. And if you watch these episodes, you know that Luna likes them too. So we'll give Luna some. Luna. Oh, she's going to go drink some water first. out of the ditch. I'll just eat some more raspberries here. Lynn, come here. I don't know if I want to touch her face after she... Okay, so we'll jump back up on the bike here, and you can see the grade that's perfectly dead straight in front of us, and we're just going to keep pushing our way west here.